Hey folks, Sir Charles Carey here, and this clip goes out to all of the new coaches, maybe even some seasoned coaches that, you get frustrated when you're trying to find the right clients or when you're working with people that do odd things. I can tell you honestly, I've had clients hire me and not show up for the sessions. So it's always great when you have some other perspectives to consider while we're doing what we do as coaches or as mentors. So if that's you, this is for you also. My ideal client, it's a real simplistic one because it has a fairy tale feel to it. Let's be honest. Who does not want a client that is relatable? I'm talking about someone that, we like the same types of food. We have similar style, maybe with fashion. We may even like the same type of vehicles. We like the same sports or the same sports franchise. I mean, they're just a similar ideal person in so many respects. I would relish at the thought of having someone to work with that fits that mode. I mean, there are many other things that may be considered relatable as well. Their spiritual affiliation, their political affiliation, their business acumen, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. However, the reality is everyone's not going to fit a particular mode. And even if they do, is that a good thing? Yet to be seen, right? Well, I know again, I've had clients that have hired me to coach them and they did not show up for the sessions. They paid me, but they didn't show up. And I feel like I'm chasing them. Hey, come get your money's worth. But that's still one of the many aspects of what a relatable client would be like. Now, here's something about getting that relatable client. Just because someone's relatable doesn't mean they're going to get the fruits of your labor. You as a coach, you have a job and a responsibility to pour into them everything that you advertise, everything that you promise, whether it's on your website, it's on some sales copy, or it came from a lead generation, whatever it may be. But because sometimes people feel so comfortable and they like you, they don't take the engagement serious enough. I mean, they say they want it, they seem to be ready, but they don't hone in on how to get and take away everything that you have to offer. And that's because sometimes relatability can be a curse. It's a blessing and it can be a curse. Let's just call a thing, right? So, but just as far as in principle, I would say that would be a very high priority for me. It would be something I would like. I would just try to hope and stray from the distraction of being so cool and so close with them that they are not gaining all of the content the way that they should. Now, a second thing, what I would call my ideal client, would be somebody that's hungry. There's something about when a person really wants it, the information, they want to learn to be better. They want to learn the nuances, or as it has been said, the tricks of the trade. Not that there's anything false, but when they really are, they have a desire, a thirst, and an appetite, what can beat that? Now, I hope you, like myself, as a coach, will be at the top of your game. Because if you have a very hungry client, they can't get enough. So you need to have more than enough to pour into them. And that's a good thing. And it's a good thing simply because when you can really deliver the goods and you've got the expertise and you've been there, done that, they're probably going to be a lifer.
Hey folks, Sir Charles Carey here. Most people that are watching this content may not even be subscribers. Do me a huge favor and subscribe to our channel, share it, and like it. All the things that most people are asking you to do. Now, if you really like what you're getting here, please go to our website. The link will be in the description so that we can give you something free. No obligation. It'll either be the 3 peak tips or a structured breakdown so that you can take advantage of it. And again, there's no obligation. As we continue to build a channel, look for new subscribers, and look for the opportunity to pour into other people. We know there is massive value. I've been doing this for quite some time, and all I really want to do in my life is more of the same. Pour into others the way others have poured into me. I work with many people, I've studied from many of the greats, and now it's your turn to get the same opportunity. Thanks a lot. See you. Back to the conversation.
They're going to be the type of person that honors you, respects you, and would like to, be around you. I know I've taught a few classes. One in particular, I have a program called "Tell Your Story, Live Your Story, Be Your Story." And several of my clients, some of them had already written books because it's a book program. Some of them had already written books. Many of them were in ministry. And one particular person, he took everything that I taught him verbatim and he replicated what I did. Now, he doesn't have as many books as I do, but he wrote his book. He created his workbook. He's got his audio program. He even created a little sketchbook, all with the same brand. I mean, he did all of the things that I taught and he supersized it and he really did well with it. And I'm really impressed. One of the top clients of all, and we became friends. And that did not become a distraction. And see, that's the key. You don't want to be a distraction. I know the sun is kind of uh, blaring through the blinds, but uh, I'm going to cut to the chase and just, get to the point of everything. And, guys, look, if you're really gaining insight from this, please like, subscribe, share, let someone else know what we're talking about so they can be the beneficiary of some good content as well. And there are more things, but I'll say that the final thing, as far as a ideal client for me as a coach or mentor, would be to have someone that's coachable. And I mean, this person, they take notes, they ask questions. Wow, that sun is really glaring, right? Let me just sit back a little bit. Let's see, maybe I could just bring the camera a little bit closer to me or move back something. Yeah. But anyway, the ideal client would be one that takes notes, they ask questions, and they are really vested in all that they can get. So it's a combination of being hungry, but really being a note taker. They're coachable. If I tell them to do research or to look up something or to do a video or whatever it is that I may ask of them, and there is a reason and a rhyme behind it, and they do it, that's the kind of person you want to work with. You know, there's something about this industry, the speaking, the coaching, and this industry. It's really a very giving industry, but like everything else, it has its ups and its downs. But you have to be willing to take everything as an opportunity and a lesson, or an opportunity, not just an opportunity, but an opportunity and a learning opportunity as well. And the reason I say that is because even when things don't quite work out the way you want, there's still something to gain from those mishaps and those unfortunate situations and scenarios. So you have it right there. My 3 tips, even though there are more, I'm only want to talk about 3 of what an ideal client would be: one that's relatable, one that's hungry, and one that's coachable. And you have those 3, you have the makings of an ideal relationship in a business client. So if you walk the walk and talk the talk, everything should be just fine. And as I always say, you got to radiate the brain and change the game. Until next time.